Are we going live, people? Yes, we are live. How you all doing? How you all doing? Welcome to the stream, special edition. I felt urged and obliged to come and talk to you after the, may I say, a little bit of a disaster. What's been going on in media with the Jurgen Klopp hijacking and what's going on with Pavard and Gravenberch and all that stuff. But you know what to do. You know what to do. As you've been following the voice of reasoning. Before we continue, guys, smash a like, do subscribe if you haven't. Take a sip on your coffee because it is a beautiful Thursday. We're here to talk about a lot of things. Smash a like, and I'll be back in 10 seconds.
Has the Premier League ever been more challenging?
Dankjewel. I feel welcome. Dit is mijn home and I want to achieve success. Okay?
Okay, we were talking about achieving success, Ten Hag, and we've seen it all. We rated this transfer window a good lot. We say if you get everything over the line, we've even rated 10 out of 10. But what's going on right now, people? It is pretty much Ten Hag and the recruitment team and the football operation side of it trying to manage the outs. It's not so easy as we've seen with Harry Maguire's situation, with his agent being a prat, trying to sort of cock block the deal. In principle, West Ham and United have everything sorted out, the fee, the 30 millions, no problems. But it's pretty much Harry Maguire that's kind of listening to his agent and his surroundings to say, no, Harry, you're not going to leave. You're going to ask for 15 million because that's what you deserve. So it's question mark, are you delusional or are you greedy? And we all talked about it. I think it's a stupid move for Harry Maguire. If you've been booed before, just wait for the repercussions because clearly you're not wanted by the manager, stripped off your captaincy. Clearly you're not going to play any games. Clearly you want to play football. But no, you're turning 30 and it's all about money at the end of the day. Yeah, contractually speaking, you have the right, but it's not like a Frankie de Jong saga where you have deferred wages. It's pretty much, if I walk away, I would downgrading my salary. So as a solution, what I've been told, it's his agent, Stephen Beck, is trying to sort of squeeze the money out to get as much money as possible for Harry to leave, because that's kind of going to compensate for him to move to West Ham in terms of the salary wages. But in other words, we're also going to talk about Liverpool. Klopp being the flop again, trying to sort of hijack the deals. Basically, I find it remarkable. I find it the best transfer season I ever covered. In such a madness, the Casado went to Chelsea, right? And then Liverpool were haggling over Lavia for 50 million and trying to sort of deal with the pocket change. Like there was 3 million difference. And what happened? Todd Bowley came there, the kitchen door, and took the pocket change. And now looks like the two main targets for Liverpool is out of the door. So what's Klopp doing? He's panicking. He's absolutely shitting himself. He's panicking. I mean, we've seen that, reports come out yesterday that Liverpool is coming back in for our target, which is Sofyan Amrabat. We're going to talk about that as well. But before I continue, guys, I want to give a shout out to everyone is that in the room. I can see you. I see you. I see you. Let me see who's here in the house already. There's so many of you. I'm absolutely all alone here. But we got to warm up. Jamie Vane is saying basically he ain't bloody coming. He agreed wages lost. Yeah, true. So Shajiv Verma is in the house. Big up everyone. Satwan Singh glazes out saying the rat out. Madhouse first. Boom, says Madhouse. Welcome to the stream, Madhouse. For everyone that's tuning in, please make sure you smash a like. I can see you. Mitic is in the house as well. There's a lot of you. RJ is also. Big up everyone for you. Big up RG for you. How you doing today? Thursday. Are you, RG, looking forward for Saturday against Spurs? 100% we are. Bobo Udo is in the house as well. In the VR room, we are not selling to be able to buy. We're going to talk about that as well, Bobo. So big up for mentioning that point. Miloš Mitic is also saying in Serbian, Amrabat sigurno dolazi za United. Yes, Miloš. Milos is saying Amrabat for sure 100% is coming to United. Yes, we're going to talk about that as well. Who else is in the house? I can see all of you here. George Best all the way from the USA. No, the American George Best saying, afternoon all. Hope everyone is all well. Good afternoon, George Best. Hope you are doing fine and dandy this afternoon. DJ Superfly is in here, back for more. Spinning that DJ, saying big up to you also. Listen, Jamie Vane, all the moderators all the way from Sweden. Also Jonathan Liljenberg saying hi Mick. Det var länge sedan har haft mycket så jag kollar live och kollat igenom ett par stycken dock. Yes, that was in Swedish. Jonathan Liljenberg says hello. I've been, catching up on your streams. I've had a lot of things to do. He's studying. He's done in London University. If I remember, Jonathan, is that correct? So no worries. Anytime, catch up. If you missed the live stream, you can always watch it on the match of the day. To be honest. Klopp is in the mud, what people are saying with the clown face, what RJ is saying. Darren Scott, Jurgen Klopp, again, being blocked. Yeah, that's with that YouTube algorithm, it's something like what we blokes are saying, cock blocked, you know what I mean? So Charlie is also in the house. Charlie, MUFC, the Glazers suck. Amrabat ain't going to Liverpool. Yes, that is so correct. That is correct. You're kind of guessing what I'm alluding to. You're kind of guessing. I have a little bit special treat for you today, guys. So tell me, how is everyone doing today, this afternoon? It's a special edition podcast, like Stephen is saying. Stephen Welsh, afternoon, Mick. Afternoon, Stephen. How's it going? Listen, I'm totally alone. Yes, says Abel Delicio. Abebe, sorry. Yes, I hope I didn't slaughter your name, Abebe, but I got it right. Yes, no, go to Liverpool. Amrabat, thank Amrabat, come to United. Better. We're going to talk about that as well. Yes, I don't want to miss out anyone. Carl is in the house as well. Carl Weimar, welcome to the stream show and welcome to the VR room. I have not seen your name. Every time I see a new one, I want to shout out with a big welcome, mate. Afternoon, Mick. Hope everything is well with you and the family. Thanks for the information, mate. Always puts my mind at rest. Mick is doing fine. Mick has been given the keys to the kingdom. Wife is, hope she's not listening. She's went home to see her mother. She hasn't seen her for quite a while. So Mick has the key of the kingdom for the next 6 weeks. Hence, I moved my studio to the master bedroom. Jokes aside, Compost Smurf is also here. Big up, Compost Smurf. How you doing, man? I just love your dog, my friend. I just love that doggy picture. That is a Australian Shepherd or something like that. Our window is over, I think. No, it's not over. It's not over. RJ is saying also, what does RJ say? I don't want to panic buys either. No, we're not going to panic buy either. Ten Hag knows what he wants. And that concludes the warm-up, people. That concludes the warm-up. Let's just dive right into the stories, what's going. Let's just recap the shitstorm that went out yesterday by the storm of, coming out in the Twitter ether, but starting with the Gianluca Di Marzio. For you to know Italian media, you know that I'm a good friend with Alfredo Padulla. We had a special podcast last Friday where we covered a lot. But according to Gianluca Di Marzio, here's what we can say, that Liverpool have held contacts with AF's Fiorentina for the midfield Sofyan Amrabat. Yes. Who has recently appointed new agents. Yes, Liverpool is working on its per contacts happening through intermediates. That is directly through intermediates. Same what Manchester United has been done. We're going to dive into that story as well. Then United plug or butt plug. Sorry, my language. United plug. Sofyan Amrabat is close to joining Liverpool. So there's just the scaremonger tactics that spread wildfire over Twitter and socials yesterday. And everyone, including Jamie Wayne, our moderator, went mental, right? And as a cool and composed, you're listening to the voice of reasoning as an intermediate on the market, speaking to Alfredo Padulla, who is very close to the deal. Actually, Alfredo Padulla is a Fiorentina fan. He's very good with the director of football there. And so, you got to take the information with a pinch of salt, to be honest. Only to follow up by following, a story, even by, MUFCBP, to say Sofyan Amrabat agreed to join Manchester United at the end of June. He's been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. United need to submit a bid right now. Liverpool have called Amrabat's agency, informed on the deal and conditions. So basically, Liverpool has called up to the intermediates to say, hey, remember us? It's us, Jürgen. Hello, hallo, yeah. I called you back 2 months ago requesting the information about Amrabat. Oh, he only wants to play for United. Okay, bye-bye. Sorry, bye. Hello, Romeo Lavia. Have you changed your mind? This is what's going on with Liverpool at the moment, guys. Jokes aside, I'm a diehard Manchester United fan, but I'm also an intermediate on the market. And people know that, at the end of the day, you speak to the agent and the, player to understand if there is a certain interest to play for your club. Now, arguably speaking, Liverpool is in a panic mode they've been window shopping, they've been kind of stalling, haggling for the Romeo Lavia situation. And all of a sudden, if you remember last week, it was a madness. They went in without even speaking to the agent or maybe to the player to say, are you interested? They went straight to the horse's mouth, the club itself, to put in a bid on 110 million. And that sparked the shitstorm between the bitch fight between Chelsea and Liverpool. Only to come out to say that, Caicedo told them that, no, I only want to play for Chelsea. I only want to have hugs from Pochettino. No offense, Jurgen, you give good bear hug club hugs, but I like a little bit about Pochettino, tender love and care. And same thing came out with Romeo Lavia. Oh, Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? If you know what I mean, Shakespeare speaking. So Romeo Lavia also said the same. I only want to play for Chelsea. So Klopp is in the mud. So what is he going to do? What is he going to do? So by desperation, Klopp went out to pick up the phone, ask the intermediates, check what's going on with the Sofyan Amrabat. Why not? I must be arguably saying. Why not like for like? If you look at Caicedo, if you look at the price of Declan Rice, 100 million. And if you look at the price of a Sofyan Amrabat, 30 million euros, are they equally good? According to my opinion, hell yeah. Even I must argue that Sofyan Amrabat is the better version and more experienced that also played for Ten Hag before. And that is the reason. That is the reason why Sofyan Amrabat only wants to play for Ten Hag, people. Let that sink in, people. Let that sink in. Because I'm not looking at the chat at the moment. I'm just looking at what's coming up next. And that is this. That is this. This is the clue. Okay. Jurgen Klopp phoned up through the intermediates only to find out, sorry, Jurgen, it's a no. Third time heartbroken. What's Jurgen going to do? He turns to his third choice centre back. Everyone knows all of a sudden, where did the money come from, Big Lebowski, Jurgen? FFG in the mud. How did you have all of a sudden 100 million to splash the cash on? And now you're going to spend 30 million euros on Endo, Japanese Endo. I mean, to eat sushi, you need wasabi and chopsticks, and this is 30 million. And he's apparently a centre defender midfielder, a CDM, right? So according to Fabrizio Romano, that came out 4 hours ago to say that Endo currently undergoing first part of medical test as a new Liverpool player after surprising move revealed yesterday night. That's it. Basically, they got the snub and they instantly called up the third, fourth choice target to say, hey, it's me, Jürgen. Do you want to play for us? Yes, yeah, you play for Stuttgart, yeah? Yeah, German connection. Yeah, okay. Where's the final? Book the room. Okay. Yeah. You know what I mean? So for me, Scousers, you had a freaking bad recruitment season. I mean, the way I see it, you only recruited in what? A McAllister and a Szoboszlai. Who are you losing? You're losing Henderson out. You're losing a lot of experienced players out. You're in the mud. You don't even have a midfield. And now you're coming 2 weeks closer to the transfer target closing. And Premier League has already started. We saw how you played, and there was like a donut hole. It was like Liverpool inherited that, how do I say, or McFred, the donut hole. Like there was like, people were just running through them in the middle like sliced butter, to be honest. Guys, please smash the like. I can see there's a lot of you in the comments. I'm totally hands-free by myself, just going over the stories. But I want to sort of address each and single of you. What do you think, do you think that Liverpool are in the mud? Do you now understand whatever we've been saying? We were the first one to report about Sofyan Amrabat to Manchester United is locked on. We were the first one. And then we had Alfredo Padulla on as well last week to confirm this. We're going to dive into that as well. But before we do, guys, smash the like, if you haven't done so as of yet. So, guys, that's it. I just want to go and check your comments because there's so many of you in here to say, what is the latest? What are you saying? Salah is going to Saudi Arabia, according. Yeah, what if they lose Salah, George Best? He's 30, pushing 30 something. They are aging. Liverpool are finished, according to what Madhouse is also saying, 100%. Liverpool finished strong last season, I thought. Yeah, they did. They came from all of a sudden from the kitchen door. They just slipped up because everyone else was getting complacent, So what Kai is also saying, let's see what Kai is saying here. Brilliant, brilliant. Good to see you, Kai. Welcome to the stream. I don't care who Liverpool or anyone else is signing. Manchester United are going to be something else. That is amazing. That is amazing because that's what we should do. We should just focus on what Ten Hag is doing, game by game, signing by signing, and we don't really look what others are doing. If you look what others are doing, we are again the nicer out. And I get that, everyone is going panicking, but let me know. I'm gonna tell you what's going on right now with Manchester United. They got shocked with the cock blocking of Harry Maguire because they had a deal in principle with West Ham. It was all agreed 30 million. So the only one that blocked it now is Harry Maguire's agent, Stephen Beck. And I don't think that story is over, right? I don't think that story is over at all because even if it's not West Ham, it might be other clubs in for him because they have injuries, like Eden Militao injured. They might they might recruit Harry Maguire, but I don't think that story is finished as of yet. So Chelsea's doing a madness. I don't know how they're getting away with the FFP, but yes, I do. It's called something amortization. Amortization means that you sign a player, what Chelsea's doing, for 8 years contract, and you're only paying 20 million per season, guys, per season. That's it. If you're paying 100 million, you only pay 20 million per year. And that, my friends, is called amortization. So that's not going to really impact your overall FFP. And we have a super chat flying straight in here from no other than GGSS. Thank you for your donation. Amrabat is crucial, but I don't think Mount is the right profile to play next to Bruno. Gravenberch would be perfect for what that will Mount and rotational option for Bruno. Do you think we can get them both? Well, Gravenberch, is that you? Yes, I do think we can get them both. I think that Liverpool is after Gravenberch now because they understood that Gravenberch wants to play for Ten Hag as well. That's the pull. I think that Jurgen Klopp has lost his pull. Ever since he's pulled that hamstring, the famous pull his hamstring, then yeah, he's struggling. So, I kind of agree what you're saying. We cannot play with two attacking number 8s, and Bruno and Mount leaves an exposure to Casemiro that's turning 30. Yeah, Casemiro might lose his engine. So that's why we need that destroyer, the turbo engine in Amrabat. That is the 3 times upgrade of Fred. If Fred was the destroyer of the game, Amrabat is a tank. You know what I mean? But if you whack in a Gravenberch, which is a more of a ball carrying player, that is a game changer. That is a game changer. And we will see, because it's been reports saying that Gravenberch is speaking kind of a little bit opening talks to Manchester United. So that all depends on the outs as well. It's true. It is true that we are focusing on the outs because that we need to balance the books, guys. It's not just about recruits. It's about equally important to get the outs out of the door, the deadwoods, if you know what I mean. So Eric Bay is a big problem. Harry Maguire is a big problem. Who else is a big problem, guys? Williams is a problem as well. There's a lot of deadwoods that needs to go out. So if we do get a late bid for Scotty Mac, boom, shakalakalak, boom, that's 40 million, right? So West Ham is still in for a Scotty McTominay, to be honest. But thank you so much for your donation and super chat, my friend. Thank you so much. McTominay is what people are saying, what RJ is also saying is out. The door. Big up the VR room, says Peter Griffin, and the VAR rumors. 100%, guys. Thank you again for your super chat. Just to let you know, guys, for every super chat that you do, for every likes, for everything, really helps the channel and support us, because what you can see right now is we switched to a new studio, and that is thanks to you. Thanks for all your donation. That means that we're putting everything back into this show and the production, so we can make better content for you guys. So thank you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see what people are saying. Milos Mitic. Everyone is kind of laughing, like, Jamie Wayne is definitely saying that, whoa, Klopp's pull, run away. 100%. He pulled that hamstring. So big up. What up? What up? What up? What up? Solo from the Man United agenda, guys. My brother from another mother. Big up to you, Solo. How's things going for you, guys? If you haven't checked them out, go check out the Man United agenda. It's a collaboration channel for us. Big up, Solo. Thank you. Hope you're doing well, Solo. It's been a hot minute. You get a double applause. Sorry, mate. You called me the other day. I have been so busy. I promise to call you back. I promise. I promise. If Mick Ruby promised something, he always delivers. So Chelsea will become, according to George Best, what he's saying, will become the new Leeds in 4 or 5 years. Yeah, that is true, man. That is true. They're going all in right now. They spent almost 1 billion, George Best, to be honest. But eventually they're gonna have a block stop in FFP that cannot sort of buy more players. But they are not in UEFA this year, so that's why they're getting away. But Premier League still has the domestic FFP rules. But if you are playing in Europa League and Champions League, they will definitely be affected this season, guys. They will definitely be affected this season. Let me see who else is in the house. Let me see. Well, Maguire sold yet? No, 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 no. Simon, I don't think it's sent over to the fat lady sings. You know, the famous opera quotation. Um, I don't particularly think that it's a popular choice for him to stink up the place to sit on the bench. Doesn't look good on you. So, and it doesn't really help that you come up with comments and said, like, I don't need to prove myself and I'm bigger than the club. Like, yeah, you got a slab head, you got a big head. And I've never been the person that kind of slags up players. I'm more to look at what's the best for the club, what's the best for Manchester United. And it's clear and obvious for me that if the gaffer don't want you, if the gaffer sets you down, you and your agent stripped off your captaincy, told you that I'm not going to play you, why are you doing this? Is this a revenge for the club to say back? Well, yeah, I get that. Like, if you're being rejected, guys, just put yourself in a situation, whatever you swing, if you're into boys or girls or I don't know, both, I don't know, by sort of, if you are sort of possessed by a particular person and you get rejected, do you give up, or do you think inside of your head, I can still do this, I can still convince that person? But you got to read the room. You got to read the room. So if you've been booed before, I do expect to be even boost being louder if you are staying at the club. So it's not good for you. If you're listening, Harry Maguire, no offense, but I think you should go and play football, no matter if it's a West Ham or anywhere else, and just because you're a football player, you're not a bench warmer. I mean, Mickey Phelan had a job to lean on that brick wall at Theatre Dreams to make tea for the gaffer and have free lunch at Carrington. I don't want you to be that person. I don't want you to be the next Phil Jones, God rest his soul, right? The mystery of Phil Jones. You're not injured. You're perfectly capable to play football, but not at Manchester United because you don't fit in that system. Guys, agree with me? Press 1 if you agree what I'm just saying. Press 2 if you say, Mick, you're delusional, he should stay. Just do a poll about that to see how we will go, guys. Honest to God, I cannot stress how important it is to get the deadwood out. We've been trying to do that for the last 6 years because we had such a poor recruitment of a mismatch of managers buying in. We had Mourinho, Van Gaal, we had Ole, and Ole bought in Donny van de Beek. Oh, I feel so sorry for Donny, right? Never was it Ole's signing, and he never played him, and now poor Donny's been ruined his career through injuries and stuff. But even if he came on, it wasn't really match sharpness, match fitness. And some people was thinking, including myself, okay, with Eric Ten Hag at the helms, Donny, Eric, that's going to work. But we're now looking at a Real Sociedad, which is kind of first wanted to buy him, then they wanted to have a loan deal. So they kind of negotiated in between. Will it be a loan with an option to buy? Who's going to cover the wages? And that is kind of a little bit of the reason why United is not pulling the trigger as of yet for Sofyan Amrabat, because never did they expect to have this kind of problems. So be patient, because the transfer window is still 2 weeks left of the window. Let me just, guys, quickly check what you are saying. I don't want to read out rude comments, but Stephanie Griffith's giving a number one, numero uno. She says, "Yes, please go, Harry. Wake up, smell the coffee." Stephanie, I'm having coffee, as you know, and I'm smelling it. So I certainly drink to that, Stephanie. David Moore, oh, you're saying about Welsh Girl is in the house as well. 100%. I agree. Welsh Girl 68 Amrabat deal is not even as excited anymore. That should be annoying. Yeah. And this is what we get. This is exactly what we get with Manchester United. I'm sorry to be blunt, but we have a tendency to drag things out, like to drag it. But I keep saying that the first number one targets was achieved very, very fast. Mason Mount was getting in through the door very fast. Then we went for Onana. We got rid of De Gea very fast and astute. We hardcore negotiated with Atlanta for Rasmus Højlund. And he's not really injured, what the British media is saying. Is basically what Ten Hag was saying in his press conference. I want him to get up to match fitness to our standards, rules, and principles before I introduce him to the team. Now, why is it so? Just remember Ten Hag last season. It took him 3-4 games to introduce a Casemiro, even if we brought a Casemiro into the team. So that tells me that the Ten Hag doesn't want to compromise. He doesn't want to just throw you in the pit, like, with the lions and the snakes and everything to be eaten alive. No, he wants you to be ready, get in there and perform, because he is a winner, guys. He's a winner. So one is according to NG saying here as well. Big up for you, NJ1. Yep. Leon Simpson is also saying, but Maguire isn't getting any younger. He's not different to the players who are going to play in Saudi. Is their only interest in money to get? Whoa. Lynn, sorry. That you just opened a can of worms. What if Saudi Arabia comes in and offers that big money, right? If greedy Maguire only concerns about money, they will offer him big salary, and that is tax-free salary in Saudi Arabia, right? They might offer him like 250, 250 a week, tax-free. If they come in and offer 250, we will see. The proof will be in the pudding. Is it money, or is it your ambition, what you want to be? So big up for mentioning that. Big up, and that deserves a big 100%. I love you guys for coming in with your comments, because that creates the content and the discussion, to be honest. Let me see what's going on here. Let me see. Milos Mitic. Yep. Guys, apologies. I see that Welsh Girl is in the house as well. Big up to you, Welsh Girl, for being coming back. Warrington Miller, please. I have not seen you before, so welcome. Please, I want you to update me of what? I don't know. What do you want me to be updating you about? Big up to you. Listen, can somebody open the door here? Because Skidan for real saying, can somebody please tell Mick it's eluded, not deluded? Lol. Busted. Thank you. It is eluded. No, deluded as well. I mean, what is it, eluded or is it deluded? So big up for you, mate. Big up. Compost Mode is saying 100% Maguire ain't the brightest, obviously. It comes down to who you're surrounding yourself with and who you're listening to, right? If your agent, me as an intermediate on the player management side, you always advise your player, like, what is best for you, right? I personally would say, look, mate, if you want to play football, go, right? If you're all about the money, contractually speaking, you have the right to stink up the place and stay, you know. And but I have another solution for you, Mr. Maguire. Let's do it like this. Let's squeeze United if they're willing to pay 15. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, Murta, you don't want to pay 15. Okay, how about 9? Oh, no, 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 no. So you will see. It ain't over till the fat lady sings, like, you know. You will see. You will see. But what's the player that is playing for Spurs at the moment that is well ahead of Maguire? He looks like locked on to play in the England team. And Southgate told him, if you ain't playing football regularly, I'm not going to pick you for the Euros. So, yeah, you name your job description is football player, right? Not bench warmer or not tea cooker or not tea boy, whatever you say. So, yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. I totally agree. Yay, Belling Blings is also saying, let's see. Yay, we're approaching an Amrabat like Arsenal did for Raya. Both of them are a year left in their contracts, and Arsenal confirmed to me play. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. To pay fee ASAP. Yeah, 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 yeah. True, true, true. But it ain't matter. Like, you know, even if Klopp comes in and say, "Oh, we're willing to pay you 60 million," the player doesn't want to play for you, Jurgen. Nobody wants to play for you. It's that famous Mick analogy, right? You go to a bar, right? Let's see. You see, like, you know, this beautiful girl or man, depends on how you swing. You sit there, you watch, you go up and speak to the lady of your dream. I like ladies, so I go to the lady. Listen, I know you're beautiful. I know you want to sort of enjoy your night. You know, the drinks is on me. Just wait for me. I will come and pick you up 5 minutes and we will go home in a limousine and we will go home and drink champagne. In the meantime, stay there, wait for me. And she stays there and waits for me. And in the interim, there's a lot of blokes swarming around her, asking, like, you know, oh, yeah, do you want to have what you want to drink? What do you want to have? At the end of the night, same blokes come say, do you want to follow me home? Like, you know, in an Uber. She will just turn around and say, sorry, I already promised to that gentleman, Mick Ruby, sitting over there. Like, you know, he paid all my tabs and he told me to wait. I'm going to go home in a limousine and I'm going to go home to his penthouse and drink champagne. So that is kind of the analogy, people. You can laugh or you can go snub. For me, it's a triple snub to Jurgen Klopp, guys. For me, it's a triple snub. Yeah. 75 likes, people. What Stephanie's Griffin saying. Please, can we get those likes up? Please, can we get those likes up? Please. Guys, we are back to the main stage, and I want to sort of round things up just to remind you, just to out the different press and media what they've been reporting, and just remind you, last week we had Alfredo Padulla, and I'm just going to play a little bit clip. So listen to this, and I will pause and play, and I will comment as well, just to clarify the situation. Sofyan Amrabat. Both me and Alfredo been saying Sofyan Amrabat to Manchester United, no problem, right? But what is the true story, Alfredo, regarding Manchester United? Is he a Manchester United player? Because a lot of intermediate contacts has been taking place, negotiating the fee, personal terms, not a problem. His agent. Can you tell us a little bit more? How close is it for Manchester United, and when do you think he will come to Manchester United? Oh, so this was last Friday or Thursday, to be honest, guys. And, you know, this is exactly what we've been saying. Like, you know, Manchester United, just clarify the situation, because the main priority for Manchester United was to get in the number one targets, which was Onana, and working very hard to get Rasmus Højlund. That has been very, very, how do I say, workload heavy. The way they negotiated is astute, right? So in the interim, you don't have enough personnel. So you sort of appoint intermediates to sort of, in the background, work on the third deal, which was Sofyan Amrabat. So the intermediates has worked with the clubs to say, what is the fee structure? It's 25. What they come to agreement is a 25 base euro plus 5 add-ons. In the interim, also, personal term has been agreed with Sofyan Amrabat. They've been explained to Sofyan Amrabat that this is the situation. you are willing to play for us. You can go wherever you want. He says, no, I only want to play for you, Eric. I only want to play for you. I'm willing to wait. So they have informed Sofyan and Amrabat all along. Don't worry, fine horses always come in last. And this is the situation. So let's dive into what he is responding.
Allora, no, allora, il discorso è molto semplice. Lui ha un accordo sull'ingaggio.
So he has an agreement already.
4 milioni e mezzo di euro a stagione.
40-45 million euro for each season.
So his wage bill will be about 4.55 million euros per year, not 45 million. That's totally insane to have. But you know, personal terms agreed on a maybe 4.55 million euros per season.
Ha avuto 3-4 proposte negli ultimi 20 giorni.
He got 3 or 4 proposals in the last
Arabia Saudita,
Arabia,
Liverpool,
Liverpool,
Bayern, ma lui ha chiesto ai suoi agenti che vuole aspettare United.
But
So he got 3 proposals during this period. Bayern Munich was in for him. Liverpool again, and even Juventus, Chelsea was also in for him. But listen to this.
he asked to his agents to wait for United.
Come si dice in Italia, i cavalli si vedono al traguardo.
Like we say, that's an Italian idiom, the good horses arrive at the end.
So good horses arrives at the end. I want you to think about this quote. Good horses arrive at the end. Okay, so he received offers already from Liverpool. He received offers from Saudi Arabia. He received offers from Bayern Munich. He received offers from Chelsea. But he was told to wait. And this is what I love about this quote, that good horses arrives at the end. This is our Lipizan horse that will arrive at the very end.
Significa le trattative dobbiamo vederle fino in fondo.
So we have to wait until the end.
Ma lui vuole soltanto lo United.
But he only wants United.
E lo United sta facendo delle cessioni, Friend Alfredo Padulla, McTominay, Maguire, tutte situazioni che portano lo United a fare il tesoretto, il bottino giusto per fare offerta alla Fiorentina.
So United is releasing some footballs, just a way to collect money for.
So again, I repito, he only wants Manchester United. This is the analogy that we go back to, is if you're in love with a person, Ten Hag, Manchester United, you're loving that project, there is no chance in hell, even if tornadoes come struck from the sky, if Margot Robbie comes knocking on my door to say, Mick, follow me to the dark side. No, I am stupidly in love with Manchester United and I want to play for Erik ten Hag. This is the situation. The good horses arrive at the end. Yes, he received good proposals, but listen to this, man.
For Fiorentina?
Sì, for Fiorentina. Mi hanno chiesto in tanti nelle ultime 48 ore, ma è vero che anche la Juventus vuole Amrabat?
It's true that Juventus wants Amrabat.
In questo momento la Juventus non sta facendo trattative con la Fiorentina per Amrabat?
That's not true. Fiorentina is not having some deals or agreements.
Okay, so that kind of debunks the, you know the stories about like Juventus, Allegri, like, Alfredo is very close to Allegri, and he asked the question, and it kind of fake news. Yeah, they were kind of looking at him, but they stared away because everyone that has spoken to Amrabat has got the same answer. No, I only want to play for Ten Hag. Now we're talking about pulls, and Jurgen has pulled yet another hamstring. He could not pull this through. So this is kind of debunk how we started with all this media, spitting you dizzy to say that Liverpool, okay, I saw this morning a lot of thumbnails, clicks on YouTube, and double blow job. Sorry, YouTube algorithm. You guys, you don't know what you're talking about at the end of the day. Just stick to the facts. And if you want to know the story about Amrabat, use this as a reference video. Let's continue.
Piace molto ad Allegri.
Allegri likes him a lot.
Ma questa operazione non si chiude soltanto se il Manchester United decide di non chiuderla.
But if Manchester United doesn't decide to end or to sign, it won't be like that.
Amrabat prenderà in considerazione altre proposte soltanto se il Manchester United lo libererà.
So if Manchester United is going to release him, only in this case is going to consider other offers.
Ma in questo momento non è accaduto una cosa del genere.
But for the moment, we are still waiting.
So basically, going back is, again, yes, it's about the outs, right? Of course, they offloaded Fred to Fenerbahce. They have a little bit of a problem with Maguire because you lose one midfielder, you got to replace the midfielder. So there's money to be triggered. But currently, in this current situation, I think that Manchester United is so occupied in this phase to get the outs out before going for new signings. And that has been communicated 100%. So for me, it's all about formality at the end of the day, right? The only thing that could stop this deal, if Manchester United themselves say, sorry, thank you for waiting, we're not going ahead. Or if Amrabat says, no, I'm going to stay with Fiorentina, which not going to happen because Fiorentina has already lined up a replacement. Let's continue.
E quindi dobbiamo aspettare che lo United chiuda delle cessioni per poi pensare a fare 2 acquisti, un difensore centrale.
So let's wait for United, is that's going to release something, and then United is probably doing is buying
Un difensore centrale e un centrocampista.
one striker and one midfielder.
Okay, so there you go. One striker, one midfielder. Okay. So what she's saying in translation, when they have to release, that means they have to get rid of players, get rid of players. So this is what's going on at Manchester United at the moment, the clearance of the deadwood. Now, Alfredo Padulla is confirming there'll be one midfielder and one striker. Who is the mystery striker? We've spoken about this Brazilian target, Marcos Leonardo. That's gone silent, right? He was destined to go to Roma. He snubbed Roma. He was strongly linked to Manchester United. We did a cover video, and that might be the mystery striker, the young up-and-coming attributes of Leonardo. He reminds me of a better version of Anthony Martial, to be honest. He's very good with link-up play. A different striker than Højlund is, to be honest. He's fast, he's explosive, very technical. Ten Hag likes technical players, and that is why he's looking at Pavard, for example. That is why he's also looking at Gravenberch. Ryan Gravenberch, that he knows from Ajax himself. He literally was his father, basically, to raise Gravenberch. But we are not done yet in the transfer market. But what we have to do, people, is to focus on the clearance of the dead wood. I hope this makes sense. Woo! It must be that in the next couple of days, Amrabat will be a Manchester United player. There will be done deal, right? Or what do you think? Now the money is coming.
Vedrà del Manchester.
Ripeto, soltanto il Manchester United può decidere di rinunciare.
Only Manchester United can decide to stop it or to
E il Manchester United non ha rinunciato da Amrabat.
For the moment, he has not said anything about it.
Per Ten Hag è fondamentale avere Amrabat.
But for Ten Hag, it's very important to have Amrabat.
In questo momento non ci sono stati contatti tra Fiorentina e United.
But until now, there were no any type of contacts between Fiorentina and United.
Perché hanno parlato soltanto gli intermediari.
Just because there were some, people who spoke about it, but nothing official.
Dovrà essere un contatto diretto tra i club.
We have to wait for a direct contact between the two clubs.
Okay, so confirmed. This is the dagger in the heart, people. This is the dagger in the heart. Ten Hag is absolutely obsessed to get Amrabat in. Why is it so? Well, guys, Ten Hag, before he was a manager, was actually a player scout himself. Ten Hag was the one that raised Amrabat at Utrecht. Ten Hag was the one that gave him his first debut in the first team at Utrecht. Ten Hag has been following Amrabat's development at Utrecht. Ten Hag wants Amrabat to join and has told them, wait, this is the situation, we will solve it. So the only thing that could stop this deal right now is if Manchester United, for some weird reason, steps away. And that is on Manchester United itself, not on the player, but on Manchester United. But I highly doubt it, because if Ten Hag wants this player, Ten Hag is going to get this player. We have a super chat coming in straight from Red Alder saying, hang on a second, I'm going to read some super chats out because, you know what? Let me just catch up because there's been so many of you checking in here. Like, let me see. Yes, here's a super chat coming in, and there we have to do a drum roll for that one. Red Eye Dear, thank you for your donation of almost £5 British. Hi lads, if Felix can get out of this contract and we can get him on a free, that's a good deal. Guys, I leave it to the VR room to reply. If Felix can get out of his contract and we get him on a free, that would be a good deal. Listen, my friend, you know, we have a saying, like, you know, free tastes always better, right? If it's free food, it will always taste better. So why not? If it's for free, why not have him? But the question is, where should we play him? It's not a player that we kind of need, is it? Right. But good to have as a rotational player for sure. But I just heard that he wants desperately to go to Barcelona. He's dreaming of Barcelona. So big up Red Idea. Let us know in the comments what you think. I think that, hey, why not? It's all about squad depth. You know, Ten Hag wanted him. Why not? To be honest. But big up, thank you for your super chat and donation. I hope you have a fantastic day. Let's just continue to Fredo's story here.
Quando il Manchester United completerà le cessioni,
When Manchester United will release everything,
when she says release everything, meaning get rid of the plan, basically have a plan of the out plan to raise more money. They do have money to spend, but they want to make sure to balance the books.
e potrà presentare un'offerta, io penso di 20, 25, 27 milioni più bonus.
then probably they will send an offer of 20, 27 million.
Il Manchester United è un grande club
Manchester United is a big,
e ti spiego perché.
big club.
Ti spiego perché.
I'll show you why.
Quando tutti pensavano che per Højlund non sarebbe andato oltre i 70 milioni più bonus,
Everybody thought that for Højlund, Manchester United couldn't go over 17.
il Manchester United è stato molto generoso.
Because Manchester United was very generous.
Non ha voluto trattare sui 2-3 milioni in più o in meno.
So they just accepted the offer. So
Ha aumentato i bonus
they were generous. They opened it for extra bonus
e ha accontentato l'Atalanta.
and made Atalanta happy.
E io
So, guys, inside story direct from Italy as well, like, you know, regarding Atalanta as well. Manchester United in the press saying they overpaid, but Manchester United felt generous in offer extra money on the bonus, right? So this tells me also that the intermediates for Amrabat is also already laid down the groundwork, guys. That means that they have sort of spoken about 25 million base, 30 million, 5 million add-ons. But all it matters is now is that the direct formal contact between the clubs, once the groundwork has been done by the project managers, the project directors comes in and speak and finalize the deal. So it's all about formality. It's all about pulling the trigger. You know what I mean? What better help can you have this is smart, that you use intermediates to make a pre-agreement already, right? They're painted on the canvas already. All you need to do as Picasso to come in to put your signature on it and done deal. Do you get that analogy? What's going on there, people? So this is the true story. This is what I've been checking down there in Italy as well, with the intermediate market as well, with agent side of it as well. All it needs is a formality. When will Manchester United do so? Does it really matter when? Or what matters is that we get the player over the line. At the end of the day, we are not the recruitment director. We're not Ten Hag. We're not the club. We're just the consumers of the game. And I do get that we do get PTSD, and we are getting, why is not that happening right now? We have no patience, yada, 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 yada. And Jamie Wayne is messaging me and it's like, oh, I'm getting panic anxiety. Jamie Wayne, I'm saying, please, cool, compose, calm down. Because Mick Ruby gets a lot of DMs, like in the Telegram group, in the Twitter. I wish I could have I wish I was an AI, that I can respond to every single person, but I can't. I have a life. I have a wife. I have a family. I do have work. I do run a YouTube channel as well. And I feel obliged, people, to come in here to tell you that you have to relax, There's a reason why we call the voice of reasoning. There's a reason why Mufc Realist TV keep it real, right? There's a reason why we don't clickbait stories. And there's a reason why we are growing 16,400 subscribers, almost 17,000 in such a mad time. And this is all because you guys are discovering that all we want to do is to provide the accurate information about Manchester United because we care. You're my family. Manchester United is my extended family. And I hate to see what's been going on in the media where certain journalists called self-privileged is driving there for their own revenue in the clickbaits, right? Some other channels are also doing that. I get that. It's very competitive. You need to have viewers, so you create stories that messes up with your mind. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying, I reckon Manchester United this season has had a fantastic window, and I'm feeling very, very positive from the get-go. I've been educating you guys that be relaxed. This is a total different Manchester United, you see. I started to educate you about Matt Hargreaves, who he is, how he's negotiating. Manchester United, this window has gone in to say we're not going to overpay. It's not Ed Woodward anymore. It's not Matt Judge anymore. It's a new dawn, new people. Ten Hag has surrounded himself with football operation people. The way he picks up his players is through analytics, right? He develops a persona profile based on his philosophy, rules and principles, mentality that's got to fit within his system. He gives the persona profiling to the analysts. They crunch in the data from the transfer market, and they get all the statistics, and they do matching the proposed list to Erik ten Hag, and there they create the long list that certainly becomes a short list. This is for each position. So if you have, for instance, 𝒖𝒊𝒄 getting suspended and injured, you will never have that again, that you have a drop-off like playing Scott McTominay in it. No, that's why you're seeing him matching Amrabat in there, or him potentially going for a Gravenberch. We will see. But guys, you have been such amazing for listening to me, right? For listening to what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, I feel you, I see you, I hear you. And this is the only time I can come up and address you, to accumulate everything in one stream, I do apologize if I haven't had the chance to respond to each and every one of you, but I'm from a deep inside of my heart, I'm very grateful. And this is my contribution, to provide logic and reasoning, to debunk what's been said, to look at the right side of the story, look at that fact, left side of the story, and always present you in the middle. Whatever you decide to believe, it's you. Don't just take what I'm saying that it's going to be like that. I hope you're right. No, it's not about being right, people. No, it's not about being right. It's about the community. It's about the family. It's about the love of Manchester United. This shirt that we are playing for. This shirt that whenever you're sitting in Asia, Australia, America, waking up 6 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m. in the morning to watch, win, lose, draw. This is what we're all about, right? If you can't see what Ten Hag is doing, you wake up, smell the coffee. I'm having coffee every day. Yeah. Okay, the performance on Monday that we played wasn't that good. Yeah. But just think about it. We are jet lagged. We traveled 50 hours in cumulation back up and down the different states in America. We played on AstroTurf. AstroTurf, if you don't know, is very toxic for your joints and legs. Who got injured on AstroTurf, the first game against Real Madrid? Kobbie Mainoo, right? How many players got injury for playing in US? Not from Manchester United side. Gabriel Jesus. Who else? Timber. Who else? Honestly, honest to God, I just want to sort of say, calm down and don't slag the team as of yet. Like, I do understand that people like to jump in and create this narrative of, oh, like, Mason Mount is shit, and just don't fall for this talk sports stuff, right? Talk bullshit. And, because everyone is after United, has always been, love, hated, and adored, but never ignored. That's what we say, if you know what I mean. There's a super chat coming in. That's just, I saw it in the periphery of my eye. Let me see if I missed it, my friend. I'm so sorry. I've been so busy. But guys, let me know what you think. Am I delusional for speaking this way, or should I been giving a red card for speaking this way? I got a red card from Reda there, but Mick, they are damn slow in everything what you're saying. I can see that in the chat, but why is it not popping up on my studio? But anyway, big up. I just want to sort of acknowledge that I've seen your super chat, but for some reason it's not really popping up on my screen, my brother. But anyway, I'm just going to give you a shout out and I'm going to read it out anyway. So I'm just going to go. And brother, for some reason I cannot display it here, but I'm going to read it out. So do apologize. But Mick, they are damn slow in everything. I just give you an explanation why they are slow, brother. I just gave you the valid reasons why it is what it is at the moment. It's not always about the ins. I get that. Like, a lot of people only focus on the ins, right? But we have to think about the outs. The outs is super, super important. For the first time in 6 years, we're doing a massive clear out. If you can't see that, wake up, smell the coffee, right? I started off the show to say that this is a mismatch going all the way from, Louis van Gaal. That we got rid of De Gea, right? We got Onana in, all right? We're getting rid of all the deadwoods. We're trying, we're trying the best we can. And this is the focus, right? We got our main targets in, brother. We did. And now, second phase of this transfer window is focusing on clearing out the outs. That's what they told Amrabat. Anything else that comes in, extra signing, is a bonus, right? I hope you do understand, because you got to balance the books. You got to balance the books, right? FFP, that fake financial predictions, according to my opinion. That's what FFP stands for, people. But FFP only looks at your operational costs, right? That means operational cost is how much salaries are you paying for the entire staff, players or staff, right? You got to balance the books. Yeah, you're getting rid of 200 million fridge Maguire. You have an Amrabat coming in. The only one's like, 4 million, 4.5 million per season. Wow. Do the maths and calculations, how you can balance that book and how you sort of can apply it to the FFP, because Manchester United are in Europa League. So that also applies to Europa League rules of FFP. Well, Chelsea are not in Europa, so they only apply to the Premier League rules. So, yeah, it takes time, but it ain't no bloody FIFA career mode or fantasy league football. Things takes time, right? And things in the transfer market, as we seen last weekend, can be silly season. We saw that with Liverpool and Chelsea. Hijack happens all the time. You step outside a meeting, you think you got the deal in the bag, right? You walk out 30 minutes later only to find out that you lost the deal. Klopp went out in a pre-match conference, confirmed Caicedo, because they've been told it's going to be done, only to find out snobbing that he's going to Chelsea, right? So you see how this is working, people. I'm trying to educate you, So be patient, I know it's hard. It's 2 weeks left of the window, but I'm trusting what the manager is doing. I'm trusting what the operational people are doing at the moment, knowing that we don't have any Edward Woods anymore. We don't have Matt Judge anymore. We have new, fresh people in the football operation that have shown to me, evidentially, that they are fast enough in terms of how we deal with Onana, in terms of how we dealt with Rasmus Højlund, in terms of how we dealt with the outs situation. And rest assured, if Harry Maguire thinks he's bigger than the club, just remind you that Ten Hag got the number 7 outside He kicked him out. And we're talking about Ronaldo, kicked him out. And I'm sure he will kick out Maguire as well. Honest to God. What is going on with my chat? I see another super chat coming in from Red Idea again. Brother, thank you for your donation. And I cannot see it here for some reason. I cannot display it. Maybe I have to exit my comment section, but I just gonna read it out for you with a doorbell saying that Maguire will only when his slab brain clicks in. What does that mean? Maguire will go only when his slab brain kicks in. Maguire will listen to his agent, which is trusting. Agents can be good, bad, and ugly. Their good agents will look at the welfare of the player to do the proper recommendation. Do you do 360-degree as a player management? Like you take care of the counseling, you take care of the bills, the legal fees, the everything. So the player can only play football. But then you have agents that only care about money. Let me just tell you a very important bit here. This is the last season that agents can make good money because FIFA have introduced an agent fee cap. After this transfer window, the maximum what an agent can earn is 5% on the annual revenue package what the player is going to offer. So you can sort of understand that people are rushing. This is what you're getting this mad transfer window at the moment. This is where you see a lot of movement, right? So guys, beautiful. It's been a fantastic 1 hour show. Listen guys, thank you for tuning in. And I was only supposed to do like a 40 minutes talk to you guys. Thank you for all the super chat and donation. I'm sorry if the chat machine stopped working. Red, I do apologize, but big up to you. I'll give you another round of applause here. Now guys, sorry, I just want to thank you all, everyone, and I do apologize because the chat stopped working. I can see it here going on YouTube, but I cannot see it in my studio. Typical. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being such a beautiful people. Thank you for being part of the community. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. We're back later on tonight, by the way. Newsflash. We're not done yet for today. We're back about, 9 p.m. UK time. We are back full force, full view, few realistic view. It's going to be myself, hopefully Jay Daly will come on, Phil Standish, Papi, Jarvis, the whole lot, the whole regular crew. And of course, we're going to preview the Spurs game. Are we going to roast the Spurs, people? Are we going to roast the Spurs? Let's go, people. I want you to think before, if you jump into that stream, how would you line up? What's your score prediction? Do you think we're going to line up the same, or do you reckon we will go something similar? Like when I speak the same, people, I speak something about, like this starting 11, like that, what we had last time. I had Garnacho there. I had the starting 11 of Martinez, Onana, Varane. The midfield was Shaw, Casemiro, Wan-Bissaka. By the way, Wan-Bissaka, how good was Wan-Bissaka, right? Mount, Fernandes wasn't really working. I might see a little bit upset. You might call me a little bit crazy, but I might even think that he might throw in a Scott McTominay in that midfield, right? Just for the energy, right? Not sure. I think that Rashford will go to the left, and Garnacho may perhaps Sancho will play a false 9. They will be kind of interchangeable, right? 100%, guys. This is up for debate, guys. Get your Uncle Jimmy on. Yes, we will get Uncle Jimmy on. I can see what you're saying, what Stephanie Griffiths is saying. Big up for all of you. Big up, David Main. Think about how you will align. This is how we started last weekend. And clearly there was not legs enough. Was it jet lag from US? Was it just jitters? Was it nerve? We're not going to jinx it, but we are going to definitely gas it up tonight. Guys, amazing. Don't forget to do like and subscribe. And we hope to see you later on tonight. It's been Mick Ruby from Mufc Realist TV. Please stay beautiful. We had our say, and, I hope I made your day. We usually say peace, love, and go banana. But this time around, we say peace, love, and how good is Onana. See you later tonight. Bye for now.
That's all, folks.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching Mufc Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.